welcome to the class. This is Shalu, your instructor for the paper with code number 102, European Classical Literature, and this is an introductory class of this end. So in this class, we are going to understand what all units, what all blocks we are going to study and what it is going to help us through. So basically, there are 4 blocks under this paper. Block number 4 talks about Homer's The Iliad. Block number 2 talks about Sophocles' Oedipus Rex. When we see block number 3, it is all about Plautus' Pot of Gold. And the last unit covers up Horace and Ovid. So to begin, when we talk about block number 1, it is all about Homer's The Iliad. It is very important for you to understand where these playwrights, poets come from. So Homer is a Greek poet and he is famous for his art of characterization, creating the themes of honor, bravery, and fate. And then when we talk about the Iliad, it is all about a story of 10 years war between the Greeks and the city of Troy. So basically, heroism, and it is first of all a tragedy. So it is very important for you to understand, to have a concept of what is a tragedy. So tragedy is all about an event or a situation that has a sad or sorrowful ending. Unlike a comedy is all about a happy, funny, mimicking acting, but ending. But a tragedy does not match with the same. It has a sad or sorrowful event or ending. It might lead to death of the protagonist or the central characters or almost most of the characters towards the end, and it has a sad ending. So Aristotle has also given the concept of tragedy. You must remember the definition. It is an imitation of an action that is higher and superior in itself and having a certain magnitude. Magnitude means length. So it is all about 10 years war, the story of Trojan War. So there are vivid descriptions of the war, the destruction, and then there are multi-dimensional characters like Hector, Achilles, and then the great warriors. And then it is also about the quarrel between Agamemnon and Achilles. We'll get to see about it when we'll study the unit. So when we talk about block number 2, it is all about Sophocles' Oedipus Rex. So when we talk about Sophocles, we cannot deny the 2 great names associated with the name of Sophocles, Euripides and Aeschylus. So these are the 3 great Greek tragedians, Sophocles, Aeschylus and Euripides. You must remember the names. So it is also a tragedy. It has a sad, chaotic ending, and it is all about the story of Oedipus Rex. It is one among the 4 plays from the Theban trilogy: Antigone, Oedipus Rex, and Oedipus at Colonus. Oedipus Rex is also known as Oedipus the King. So it is about the story of the protagonist who was a king and he unwittingly fulfills a prophecy. Now, what was this prophecy? This prophecy was that Oedipus was going to kill his father and marry his mother. This is a concept related or associated with Oedipus complex. We'll get to see more about it when we study. That's right. When we talk about the themes, so basically Oedipus was trying to escape from this prophecy, but in the process, in the midst of that, he was bringing closure. He was getting closure towards his destiny. So this is one among the core plays of the European classical literature. Then when we study the theme, the unit number, block number 3, that is Plautus' Pot of Gold, it is all about a story of a protagonist who is so obsessed with a pot of gold that he discovers, and we see his obsession through the ancient cultural values of ancient Rome. And it is not a tragedy, basically it is a comedy. So the ending is better than the tragedy and it is more happening. The environment is more about mimicking and happy ending, and then it sheds light on the cultural values of ancient Rome. We have talked about it, and it's his Plautus writing are characterized by humor, satires, and how he critiques the societal norms. Basically Plautus was a Roman playwright, so we'll get to see about him when we study him under the block number 3 and then their units. When we talk about our last block, that is all about Horace and Ovid. You must have heard these great names when we talk about European classical literature. Horace is known for his odes, Horatian odes, his satires, and his writings are characterized by charm, social commentary, and wit. When we talk about Ovid, We'll talk about Metamorphosis. It is a masterpiece of an epic poetry that tells the story of Greek and Roman mythologies. So both of them, both Horace and Ovid, they have a significant influence on the writers. So we get to see how the other writers, the coming writers, Shakespeare, Milton, they all how they were influenced from the European writers. That's right. So when we study all this, we are going to have a core understanding, and we'll take a journey through the influential works of European classical literature, for example the Iliad, and then Pot of Gold and what's not. Then we'll gain insights into the cultural, historical, physical, and psychological aspects of the same. We'll analyze the theme, the characters, the characterizations, literary techniques used by the playwrights and the poets, and then we'll understand together. It will help us to understand what was the impact of European classical literature and how it is still having an impact on the contemporary times. So we are going to understand it step by step. We'll uncover the things, we'll understand themes, characters, and all of them together. So all I need you to do is just attend the lectures carefully and keep making the notes. This is all what you are required to do, and you will definitely score goods in your exams. So I hope all that is clear to you. Still, if you have any problems, any doubts, feel free to comment down in the comment box. Thank you. See you in the next class.